Japan is one of the most fascinating countries in the world. It's clean, safe, modern, and incredibly welcoming to tourists. From neon cities like Tokyo to quiet temples in Kyoto, it feels like the future and tradition existing side by side. But here's what most people don't realize. Just because Japan feels easy to visit doesn't mean it's easy to understand. Many tourists arrive expecting it to feel familiar, but quickly discover there are unspoken rules and cultural habits that aren't written anywhere. Small everyday behaviors you don't even think about can instantly make you stand out or cause awkward misunderstandings. So today, we're breaking down the most common mistakes tourists make in Japan, so you don't become one of them. Let's start with something almost everyone gets wrong immediately: talking loudly in public spaces. In many countries, public conversations are normal, even loud ones. But in Japan, silence is part of respect. Trains, buses, elevators, and even sidewalks are usually quiet. At first, you may not notice it, but the atmosphere is much calmer than most places. Speaking loudly on public transport is one of the fastest ways to stand out. It's not illegal, but it is strongly frowned upon. Locals value shared peace, especially during long commutes. So lowering your voice isn't just polite, it's expected. Next, something very subtle: eating while walking. In many places, grabbing food on the go is normal. But in Japan, walking and eating is often seen as careless. Instead, people usually step aside near where they bought the food, or sit down and finish it properly. There are exceptions like festivals or street food areas. But in general, eating while walking through busy streets is avoided. It might seem small, but in Japan, small habits reflect respect for shared space. Now, something that surprises most tourists: shoes indoors. In Japan, shoes are considered outdoor items. They carry dirt from outside environments. So when entering homes, traditional restaurants, temples, and some hotels, you are expected to remove them. Indoor slippers are often provided. But this is where mistakes happen. Some tourists walk in without noticing, which can come across as disrespectful. Always look at the entrance. If you see shoes lined up or a raised floor, that's your signal. Now let's talk about something modern and often misunderstood: tipping. In many countries, tipping is expected almost everywhere. But in Japan, it's not part of the culture. Leaving extra money can actually confuse staff or create awkward moments. That's because service in Japan is already based on pride and respect. Doing a good job is expected, not rewarded separately. So instead of tipping, a simple thank you is enough. Next, something people don't think about until it happens: talking on phones in public transport. On trains, phone calls are discouraged. Not because phones are banned, but because speaking disrupts shared silence. If you need to take a call, the polite thing is to step outside or wait until you get off. Even messaging is done quietly. It may feel strict, but for locals commuting long hours, the quiet matters. Now, something simple, but important: not respecting queues. In Japan, lines are extremely organized. Train platforms, elevators, stores, everywhere has order. Cutting in line is not just rude, it breaks a strong social norm. Even in crowded places, people naturally form lines without being told. So if you're unsure where to go, just observe. The system is already there. Another subtle one: overly expressive behavior. Tourists often arrive excited, loud reactions, big gestures, high energy. But in Japan, public behavior is usually more controlled. That doesn't mean people are emotionless, just that emotions are expressed more privately. Being overly loud or attention-seeking can feel out of place. Now, something more serious: photography. Japan is incredibly photogenic, and it's tempting to capture everything. But taking photos of strangers without permission can be considered invasive, especially in trains, temples, and residential areas. Some people won't mind, but others value privacy deeply. So when in doubt, ask first or avoid it. And finally, the biggest mistake of all: assuming everything works like home. Japan is not difficult, but it is different. From trash sorting, to payment systems, to daily etiquette, there are small rules everywhere. Locals follow automatically. Tourists who assume everything is the same often get confused or break etiquette without realizing. But once you slow down and observe, everything becomes easier. Because Japan isn't strict for the sake of being strict. It's structured to make shared life smoother, quieter, and more respectful. So instead of seeing these as restrictions, think of them as signals. Signals that help you blend in, move smoothly, and experience the country properly. Because in Japan, the more you notice the details, the more the country opens up to you. And once you understand that, you're not just a tourist anymore. You're a visitor who gets it.